Welcome in, everyone, to the Manifesting Monday podcast here with just Uma, because I could not get my schedule together in time today. And I had poor Danae trying to schedule and reschedule her schedule to be here with me. But, Danae also has a life outside of me and my podcast. So we could not get our schedules together today. So I will do the podcast today. It'll be a shorter version. But I promise you, I have a really great topic because whatever happened to me today is, something that we need to talk about. It's something that we need to talk about. So my title for the podcast today is Follow the Energy. Danae and I, we had decided to change our podcast recording to, instead of every Monday, Manifesting Monday at 7 p.m., we decided to change our podcast to every Monday at 11 a.m., 11 to be exact. If you know me on social media, my social media name is Uma B1111 or Uma B1111. So we thought it was kind of cool that we could hit record on 11/11 every Monday and then bring this beautiful podcast of great information to you guys that would make you feel uplifted and spiritual and feel great about, your life and getting ready to start the week. Well, what do they say? The road to hell is paved with the best intentions. And that's what happened today. My intention was to get here at 11 a.m. to do the recording. And I usually double stream to Plenty of Fish. Hi, guys. While I'm doing my recordings. And then at 12 o'clock, I go to TikTok where I also stream. And I stream from 12 to 2, giving my subscribers their daily readings and doing readings for people. And then at 2 o'clock, I usually go to Meet Me, which is another streaming app, and and do my streaming there. And my first break of the day is at 3 p.m. when I get a break. Well, today did not go as planned. Okay, today did not go as planned. I haven't been sleeping these nights. I know a lot of you can identify with that because of the whole full moon on Virgo, which was on Saturday. And for some of us, moon children, right? For some of us, moon children, we don't sleep when the moon doesn't sleep, we don't sleep, right? So if there's a full moon or a new moon, we're up. And that's what's been happening for these past few days. I've been up because it's moon energy. So imagine trying to stick to a very tough schedule while you're not getting sleep. It doesn't work out well, right? So today, I woke up late. I went to the gym late. But if you know me, you know that I never sacrifice my meditation time. So even though I was running late, I still had to come home and do my morning rituals, which is the yoga, the meditation, the journaling, the pulling the tarot card for myself to see what the energy will be for the day, which interestingly enough played out later. And right. And then I got to eat, right? I got to eat breakfast and nourish myself before I get on to deal with all these energies. And usually around a full moon, it's energies. Well, I didn't make it onto streams until noon, right? That's how far back my schedule got pushed today. I didn't make it onto streams till noon. So I couldn't stream to POF this morning, which means I couldn't do my podcast recording with Danae at 11 a.m. when we're supposed to. So now I'm scrambling, right? Now I'm scrambling because, the one thing is I can't miss my 12 to 2 stream on TikTok because I have so many people there looking forward to me for their readings and for their daily dose of positivity. So I always got to make that. But, Meet Me POF, they had the split. So I'm still trying to find my tribe, with Meet Me and POF. So I tend to if I have to skip here and there, I'll skip here and there. But you see that energy I brought to streams, right? Did I come to TikTok with peace, calm, light, even though I meditated, even though I ate something, even though I went to the gym? Was I really in that mindset? No, right? I wasn't in that mindset. So I bring this energy with me to streams And we already said we had a full moon on Saturday, which we all know as readers, we know that people tend to be a little bit more prickly on streams or when you're dealing with people, right? Anybody had some prickly people you've been dealing with over the past few days? That full moon energy is out. So a lot of people are feeling prickly. I get it. I understand it. But then what happened to me on TikTok just kind of nearly sunk me for the day, right? I go to TikTok, I do my readings. This one lady paid me for a reading. And this is what I do with my readings. I'm a very strong, clairsentient, clairvoyant, claircognizant. So that means that I just know things and I can see things and I can feel things. Now, when you meet readers, you're going to meet different readers for psychic abilities and stuff like that. I've done over 15,000 readings in 15 years. And I have found that for whatever reason, I really like to know as much information as I can about the situation so I can give people a really specific read. Now, some of you might think, well, that sounds very amateur level like, right? Amateur night. And you're entitled to your opinion. But here's the thing, it works. Because whenever I give a reading doing that option, people really are like, oh my gosh, how did you know we were together for 3 years? How did you know he had a baby on me with somebody? Because once I get into the situation, you understand? It's like my other psychic gifts could really just jump in there and see the whole thing. So I've been experimenting recently, like about a month or two now, of asking people to give me some information before I do the reading, which I never did before. I never did that before. I used to just read, oh, okay, you want to know what's going on with you and John? Let me tell you. And I would give a reading, always accurate, right? Or for the most part, because I haven't had anybody come back yet until today and tell me it's not accurate. And then today, I had a prickly person. So she's a reader. She's on TikTok. She booked me for a reading and she wanted to know about her and this guy. But the funny thing was, she didn't ask me about her and this guy. She asked me about this guy and this other girl. So we're going to use names to protect identities because I'm not in the business of like outing people or doxing people. I want to talk about the lesson I learned today because that's, you know, where I'm going with this. Follow the energy, right? So basically what happened was I gave her the reading, but when she asked about, you know, what is he feeling towards this other person? Let's say John, what is John feeling towards Mary? And I'm like, but your name's not Mary, your name is Anne. And she's like, yeah, that's his ex. And I'm like, I'm confused. And I think that's what kind of threw her off because she just wanted a reading without me really getting into it. But this is what came up. Basically, John and Mary are a couple. They've been together, but for the past 8 to 9 years that, thank you. For the past 8 to 9 years that John has been dealing with Mary, he's been seeing Anne as the side chick. So Anne, who's booking me for the reading, is the side chick. And John and Mary broke up. John left Mary. And then he still didn't put Anne in a relationship. You know, he still said he wanted to be single. And I was asking all the questions, you know, and I think by me asking the questions, it got her upset, you know, and then she got upset. And then, of course, when I pulled the cards, because she asked, the question was, how does John feel about Mary? Now, for those of you that read tarot, I got the Star card. I got the Magician card. You know, I got great cards. The Star card, wishes come true. The Magician card, this is what I want. I manifested it. So what it seemed like to me in my reading was that the love of the life for John was Mary. That's who he really wants to be with. But, you know, he's a cheater. So he's been cheating with Anne. And the reason why Anne is all upset is because John hasn't contacted her for the past 6 months, no contact. And usually he contacts her and whatnot. So from the cards, it looked like, because I also got the King of Air, which would be King of Swords, you know, and that was how he was feeling towards Anne. And then I got the Hermit card for Anne, which was like, this is supposed to be like a spiritual lesson for you. If you're somebody's second choice, you could never become a first choice, because I think that's what she's been waiting for, you know. So I explained all this information to her really easily, like, calmly, because I understand nobody likes to take bad news and nobody wants bad news. Everybody wants good news. And trust me, if I could be the reader that always give you guys good news, I would love to. I would love to, because going through what I went through today is painful for me, not just for you. So I gave all the information, and this person, while I'm reading her, requested a refund on my reading. I've never had that happen before on TikTok. I've had it happen in real life where people didn't like what I said or didn't like what I did and then wanted a refund, but you can't refund me my time, because all this time that I'm spending reading you, I'm not paying attention to other people, right? I'm not doing reading for other people. So I explained this to her. I said, why would you request a refund? And she's like, oh, my bad. It cut out. I didn't hear you. Now, one thing you'll learn about people on TikTok is if they don't like what you're saying in a reading, they're going to say, oh, it cut out. Fair enough. I repeated to her the reading that I gave. And then she began to attack me. She said that I asked too many questions. Readers don't do that. She reads. She was trained by the best. And I'm not a good reader. And the things I said are not true. And she just really kind of broke me down. It got me emotional. You know what I'm saying? And I started to cry. I did on TikTok. 15 years later, you would think I would learn my lesson about this stuff. No, but full moon energy. I haven't been sleeping. Even though I did try to regain my energy today, I regained it enough to the point where I didn't lash out on her, because I didn't. I just explained to her. I said, I need you to know that this was uncalled for. If you're a reader, you know that readers are going to not tell you what you want to hear, unless you're with a fake reader who's just collecting your money. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. But like I say to people all the time, I cannot be bought. I cannot be bought. And I'm going to read for you the way that I see it, the way that I feel it, the way that I understand it, the way that my guides are speaking to me. And if that doesn't work for you, I respect that. I'm not going to drag you. I'm not going to say you're not a good reader. I'm just going to say that maybe I'm not for you. But then she continued to stay in my live and continued to harass me to the point where one of my bouncers had to kick her from the stream. Now, but here's the thing though. At what point do we cave into other people, right? When I got off that live, I felt so low in my energy because I know I didn't do anything wrong. She paid me. I read the cards. I read it the way I read it. She didn't like what I read. She's saying it's not real and everything else. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, if you get in a relationship with this guy, I am more than happy to say, I read you wrong. But I just don't see it. I don't see her getting in a relationship with this guy. I see him wanting Mary. You're an option. You're the second choice. I don't care what he's telling you, but his actions, even if you didn't get a reading, his actions show it too, right? Like the minute he got out the relationship with Mary, he could have gotten a relationship with you, but he didn't. He told you he wanted to be single. So when he did have a chance to be in a relationship with you, he didn't take it. Here's my thing. To sum up all of this, the reason why I'm doing this podcast, the reason why I do anything in my life is I follow the energy. Do you know the real reason why I came late to streams today? And what? Because when I was meditating, it dawned on me, I should start my own series on TikTok. Everybody's been talking about Risa Tisa and the Who the F Did I Marry? Loved it. I didn't watch all 50, but I watched enough to feel, I feel so sorry for that poor girl, what she had to go through and everything. But it moved so many people. You know what I'm saying? It moved so many people what she did that I was like, what could I talk about? And I say love and relationships. I'm the love healer, right? I work with women, mostly women, every day on how to get into a relationship that's fitting for them. And I said, I'm going to start a series, reasons why people break up. And I just did 3 videos this morning, and it felt light to do because this is the joy in life. You get to follow the energy. And I followed the energy, and the energy led me to create 3 videos that, whether they trend or not, I don't care. It felt good making these videos. It felt like I was creating content that could be helpful. Maybe I might not be a trending TikTok star, but there might be one or two people that watch my videos and get some clarity, get some relief, get some healing into their own personal life situations that they might say, oh, I'm so glad I came across this video. You know what I'm saying? That's why those of us that are content creators, why we create content is we just want to make you guys feel better, right? It felt good to do. I followed the energy. I did those videos and then I came on here. And then when I came on here, I got attacked because somebody didn't like a reading that I gave them. What is my lesson in this? My lesson in this is always follow the energy, because even with that situation, I didn't attack the lady. I didn't get mad at her. You know what I'm saying? I just told her though, that I'm not the reader for you. And I just think you should leave the room. If you don't like it here and you don't like my energy, or you think I'm fake and all that, just leave the room. But she didn't leave. She kept staying. I kept staying by following the energy. People were like, why do you keep addressing her? And I say, you know why? Because she's hurt. She's upset. And I said, I understand that. You've been waiting 9 years for this guy. And when he finally breaks up with his girl, he don't even put you in a relationship. You're still an option. I said, but you being mad at me. You're not being mad at the right person. You could be mad at him. You could be mad at yourself for putting yourself in this position, but don't be mad at me. I'm just trying to help you get clarity and insight into this situation so that way you can make your next steps. Because there's nothing wrong. If you want to be a side chick for the rest of your life, there's nothing wrong with that. You could be a side chick. There's no, and then she said I was judging her. I don't judge nobody. I come on here, I read these cards, I do what you guys want me to do. And but I'm not gonna let go of my integrity to make you happy. So, I always start these Manifesting Monday podcasts with a little bit of a story. That's my story today, is that you got to live your life by following the energy. It felt great for me to make those videos. Why do people break up? I'm going to make more videos about that. I just love that. That made me feel good. And then it made me feel good to go on there and give those readings, because even though there was that one person that didn't like my reading, there was so many other people that were like, oh my gosh, Uma, you're on point. You made me feel good today. There was a guy stressing out about this contracting business, and I gave him his messages and he felt immediate relief. You know what I'm saying? So you can't focus, guys, on the negative that comes your way. You got to focus on the positive. Follow the energy to the good feelings. Follow the energy to the good feeling people. Follow the energy to the opportunities in life that make you feel happy. And if you keep doing that, you might piss off some people here and there, but at the end of the day, you're going to feel so much better. That is the message for the week. Follow the energy. All right, we're going to jump right in to these full moon messages, because I don't have Dannea here with me. So, usually Dannea does half and I do half. And I don't have Dannea here with me to do that. So what I'll do is I will pull 1 card messages for each zodiac sign. And then I'll make the small videos and I'll repost them on my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook group profiles. Okay. So for people that don't want to hear the whole podcast here today, you can just get these little mini videos. Okay. So this message, we had the full moon in Virgo on Saturday, and full moons are usually a time of endings or ending cycles or relationships or just endings in general. But remember, with every ending comes a new beginning, right? A new beginning. So I'm going to pull 1 card as a message from the collective divine energy for you, whether you're Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, whatever. I'm going to just pull a message for you. For those of you that are watching this live, or if you're watching this on the recording, I really appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your comments, because like I said, there's a lot of hate in the world, but there's also a lot of love too. All right. So we're going to start with, of course, the first sign of the new year would be Aries, right? Because the new year is the spring equinox, which is in March, and it's usually Aries. So we're going to start with the fire signs. All right. And I'm going to give you a message, full moon message for each fire sign. Let's do the full moon Virgo messages for each fire sign. So if you are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, come to the front. Let's get your message from full moon Virgo. Aries, Leo, oh Lord, Sagittarius. Oh my goodness. We chose violence today. All right, here we go. If you are Aries, the message for you, 5 of Earth. I feel like your money is going to be affected, Aries. Your money is going to be affected. Aries is about, the 5 of Earth is about fears, and fears specifically relating to money. So Aries, I feel like whatever drama and trauma comes up with this full moon energy, it's getting you to look at the way you handle your finances. Are you in complete alignment with living from that higher place, planning for those goals? Or Aries, have you been impulsive and spending a lot, spending too much, right? That's the message which you have to look at is, how are you spending your money? Are you unnecessarily spending your money? Are you unnecessarily wasting your resources? Your spirit guides are saying it's time for you to look at the way you address your money. Sorry, guys, my kid's coming in. You know, it's just another part of my day. Okay, let's move to Leo. Leo, we got the 4 of Earth card. The 4 of Earth card tells me this is another situation about duality with money. For those of you that are Leos, you might be either spending too much and you need to reel it back in, or you're not spending enough. You're kind of like hoarding the money and you're not allowing the energy to flow. So Leos, you also are going to be looking at the way you handle money over the next 2 weeks under this full moon Virgo, which makes sense because Virgos are all about, organization and discipline and having the ducks in a row, right? So I feel like with full moon Virgo, it's bringing this energy of let's put an ending to things in our life that is just not really helping us get ahead. Leos, you have duality with money. Either you're overdoing it or you're not doing it enough. Find that equal common ground over the next 2 weeks. Now, Sagittarius, you got some sort of splaining to do. You got the 3 of Air card. That's the dreaded breakup card, right? Endings, need for healing. I feel for a lot of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, over the next 2 weeks, they might be breaking up, leaving, ending relationships or thinking about ending relationships. I also feel like issues from the past, if you're not in a relationship, I feel like issues from the past are going to come up for you guys to address. Okay. So it doesn't have to be a 2 weeks of mourning, Sag. It can be a 2 weeks of healing. Oh, I realize now I'm not really okay with this, or I just had a breakup. Let me get my healing. Let me book a Reiki session, a healing session. Let me get with a coach, a counselor, somebody, and let me kind of look at how I can be better. That is the full moon messages for the fire signs. Let's get into the full moon messages for water signs. So we just had full moon Virgo on Saturday. If you are Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, these are the messages for you over the next 2 weeks under the full moon Virgo. Pisces, you are just moving on happily. You got the 6 of Air card. The 6 of Air card tells me this is like a time of just, I'm leaving the conflict behind. So this ending for you is a positive one, Pisces. The full moon brings endings to troubling times, conflict, challenges. And I feel like you're just going to feel so much better, really and truly. And then you got that, you got that boat in the water. So it's just that return to that water energy within you. I feel like things will be very much in flow for you over the next 2 weeks, Pisces. So allow yourself to move on from whatever it is that you left behind that no longer serves you. Cancer, same for you. You're doing really well. You got the wheel card. The wheel card is all about positive movement forward after delays, after things haven't been going your way. Now you start to see the wheel move in a positive place. So fortune is on your side. A situation suddenly moves forward. This tells me that you also will be picking up within the next 2 weeks, Cancer, right? Cancer, for movement, positive movement forward ahead. You are also having an endings of the negative times in your life. And finally, we have Scorpio. Scorpio, you are just winning. We have the Six of Fire card. The Six of Fire card is winning, a battle that has been like a long fought battle. And now you have the victory. So whatever it is that you're bringing an ending to, Scorpio, it feels like good for you. You feel relief. You feel like, yes, I'm finally out of this crazy, shady, toxic situation, and I'm now ready to move on. So congratulations to you, Scorpio. You also are having a good time under this full moon Virgo. Funnily enough, all the water signs are doing well under this full moon Virgo. Let's get into the full moon Virgo messages for the air signs, So the air signs, we have, the first air sign is Aquarius. And then we have Gemini. And then we have Libra. Okay. So here we go. Aquarius, there is a relationship that is coming to an end. And I just get like false energy, Five of Water is like things didn't turn out the way you had hoped, or people having ulterior motives. It's just like for me, the way I read this is a card of deceit or deception, or just not knowing what the truth of a situation was, and then you finding it out and you're like, yeah, that's not what I want. So I feel for you, Aquarius, I feel that you're putting the ending to something that you just feel was not in alignment with you, your energy, your vibe, and you're just kind of like putting an ending to it. So even though it's like it's an ending, it feels kind of like relief for you, Aquarius. Now, Gemini, you got the Empress card. This is a great card. This is about like giving birth to your dreams, your aspirations. So I feel like your ending under this full moon Virgo is coming about ending of stagnation. Geminis, that stuck energy that kind of kept you stuck in place. I feel a lot of creative ideas coming into you and you just feeling ready to take part and give birth to your dreams. So I feel like a lot of abundance will start to make its way into you, Geminis, over the next few weeks. Libras, you got the Queen of Air. You are an air sign. So you're just going to be in your element with this full moon energy. I feel also for Libras, it's an ending to like being in that emotional energy. I can't remember what was the last full moon, but I feel like you were in your emotions, but now you're coming back to being the true Libra that we know you to be, which is independent, realistic, more logical than emotional, right? Making objective decisions, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the truth of a situation for yourself. You're realizing there's some things in your life that you thought you wanted, and you're realizing, I don't want that anymore. I want something different. And you're clearing away either people or situations that you're in that don't serve you, allowing yourself to grow and to expand. So Libras, for you, I do see some good news coming in. And it feels very much like it's going to be about like your next steps in life is what it feels like, your next steps in life. Okay. These are the messages for the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay. Let's see what the earth signs get for their messages under this full moon Virgo that we are in. Capricorns are going to love it because Capricorns got the Page of Earth. The Page of Earth is, first of all, it's the earth sign, right? The page of Earth brings news, good news about financial matters. So Cappies, we know you guys are always about your money. You're always about, your business, your job. And I feel like you're getting a handle on what it is. I feel like your blocks were related to your work. And now that block is lifted under the full moon Virgo. And now it's time to grind. And not only are you going to grind and do the Cappy thing and make like a ton of money very quickly, but you're also going to challenge yourself and want to do more. Typical Cappy, all right? I'm not mad at it. Taurus, you got the Star card, which is also telling me you're on the right path. You have also successfully cleared your own internal blocks, I feel, for you, Taurus. These were internal blocks. And now that you've cleared them, the star says you can make positive, long-term optimistic plans, because now your plans are on the right path. All right. They're on the right path. So happy times are ahead for you in the next coming weeks, Taurus, as this full moon Virgo clears away all those internal blocks that were holding you back. And finally, Virgo, you got the Unity card. This is about your spiritual life. All right. Your spiritual life that has to do with, either like your own spiritual practice, your religious beliefs, or finding a mentor or a spiritual teacher. The idea with the Unity card, Virgo, is that you might have been like focusing too much on the material world, and your spirit guides are saying the next few weeks under this full moon Virgo, which is your sign, it's time to connect within. All right. So you're clearing away all that like attachment to the material world, and you're now looking to increase the vibrancy of your spiritual world. So we always love that when we see that for any sign, because what that says is that you guys are about to up level and go to your next level. That is the reading for the earth signs. And that is the reading for all of the signs with the full moon Virgo. Gosh, I miss Dannea. I miss Dannea doing these readings with me. But, like I said, I could not get my schedule to fit her schedule today. And that's why I had to do it this way where, I have to get these videos out. Follow the energy, right? Follow the energy. All right. I'm going to end by saying that, Dannea and I usually end about talking about our upcoming events and specials. So I don't have Danae's events, but you can always check our website, thelotusandthelight.com, to find out her events, what's coming up, as well as what my events are. I will say that we do have the 2-day spring equinox spiritual retreat coming up in March 16th and 17th, that weekend. If anybody's interested in doing a 2-day shamanic retreat, we're doing a cacao ceremony, we're doing initiation into the Manaiki rites, we're doing an energy share, we're doing a priestess circle. If you're interested in stuff like that, hit me up on any social media channel for the link. I'll send you the link. Or you could just go to my link tree. I put my link tree everywhere, linktree.com/Lotus and the Light, or linktree/Lotus and the Light. You will find the links for the retreat that we have coming up. The other thing I want to tell you guys that I'm going to put on my link tree is this. If you're watching, you see that I have a leather bracelet on. It has my logo, the Lotus and the Light logo on it. And it says, we are here for you. You are not alone. Now, I partnered with hashtag SOS, Success Over Substance Abuse and Suicide. That is ran by Nicole. She's a friend of mine on streams. And basically she makes these beautiful boxes, right? And these boxes are meant to be given to people that are in distress or in need. I have one of her boxes as a demo. This is a box for suicide, and it says on the back, suicide doesn't end the pain. It just passes it on to someone else. And it says, you matter, you're valued, you're loved. And it has my little logo here, These boxes we are making for people, but I'm with her program where I have pledged to buy 100 boxes for homeless men and women, because in my area where I live, there's a lot of homelessness. And my girlfriend runs a homeless outreach program. So my goal this year is to buy 100 homeless boxes so that in Christmas time, we can give these homeless people the boxes. It's not a house, it's not a home, it's not a job, but hey, it's a gift at Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's something for them to have. And the boxes are filled with essentials like a toothbrush, toothpaste, socks, things like of that nature. So if you would like to donate to this cause to raise money for the homeless population, please reach out to me, or please check my social media channels. I will be posting the link. I will put it up on the link tree as well. Basically, if you can donate 25, 50, 100, 500. If you donate 25, you'll get this beautiful little bracelet as our thank you, and it goes towards building half a box. If you donate 50 builds one box, one whole box, and you will get the bracelet, and you will also get an email message from me as like a message from your spirit guides, as my way of thanking you. If you donate 100, we get to make 2 boxes. You will get this little, this little bracelet, and you'll also get a 15-minute complimentary reading from me through Zoom. If you are an amazing person and you donate $500, which is 10 boxes, you will get your very own personalized self-care Lotus box. So we're going to make boxes for the 10 people. And then you also get a box, which will be a Lotus self-care box as a thank you from us at In the Heroes program. All right. So that's what I have going on. I'm really hoping that a bunch of you chime in, and I would love to, before the end of February, I would love to make 10 boxes that to kick us off on our goal to make 100 by the end of the year. All right. So I really hope that you guys help me out with that. And when you find my link, wherever you find it, please share and let people help us, because we are all very lucky and blessed that we have homes, but not everybody is lucky and blessed as we are, and they're living on the streets. And even though I can't afford to buy them houses, I could buy them a little box to lift their spirits by Christmas time. You know what I mean? That's the least that we can do. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys that watch the podcast. We missed Dannea, and Dannea will be back next week, Monday, 11/11. We're going to do the recording. All right, bye for now.